In this video, we'll demonstrate how to install a water flow sensor to allow you to measure water flow to identify and find leaks earlier. By installing water flow sensors on your farm, you can monitor up to 12 flow sensors on the water monitoring touchscreen receiver or the Gallagher smartphone app. Before you install the flow sensor on your farm, you'll need to synchronize the data transmitter with the touchscreen receiver. To synchronize the system, you'll need a touchscreen receiver, data transmitter, and water flow sensor. First, make sure your touchscreen receiver is on by plugging the power cable into the back of the unit. Then connect the flow sensor cable to the base of the data transmitter. Hold down the grey button until you hear a beep and the touchscreen receiver shows a new transmitter being received. Then on your touchscreen receiver, return to the home screen and you'll see a new flow reading being displayed. Now that the hardware is all synchronized, you're ready to install the flow sensor on your farm. You'll need to make sure your data transmitter has line of sight back to the location of the touchscreen receiver. If no line of sight is available, you may require a data repeater to transmit signals around obstacles such as hills or trees. Find a location in your water reticulation network that is going to make diagnosing a problem easier. We recommend installing your water flow sensor near a valve. This helps control water flow during install or when cleaning and maintenance is required. Either install a new valve with the water flow sensor or install the indicator next to an existing valve in your system. Lay out all the pieces required to fit your water flow sensor. The water flow sensors are compatible with standard 32 and 50mm pipe fittings. For this install, due to the pipeline having backflow, we are installing a second valve so we can control water flow from both sides of the flow sensor. Then assemble the pipe fittings to your water flow sensor. Use thread tape to secure the pipe fittings. Then connect the first female straight coupling pipe fitting to the water flow sensor, followed by connecting the new valve and the second female straight coupling pipe fitting to the other end of the sensor. Tighten all the pipe fittings to ensure a secure and watertight connection. To minimize the cleaning and maintenance requirements, we recommend shielding the sensors from light to reduce algae growth. For this example, we'll install a piece of PVC pipe to shield the sensor from daylight. You could also cover the pipe with a wooden box. Identify where the sensor and valve will be installed and mark the section of pipe. Make sure you have turned your water supply off or closed existing water valves. Then, simply cut the section of pipe where the water flow sensor will be connected. Then place the PVC pipe over the pipeline and connect the water flow sensor pipe fitting to the water line. Then cut off any excess pipe in the remaining water line and connect to the other end of the water flow sensor and valve. Again, ensure a tight and secure connection. Connect the transmitter cable to the top of the water flow sensor. Ensure the small divot in the sensor is facing up. Turn your water supply on and open the surrounding valves. When the water is flowing, you will see the impeller visually showing water flowing through the pipe. Then, to minimize the cleaning and maintenance requirements, slide the installed light shield over the indicator to reduce algae growth. Install the data transmitter on an elevated post, ensuring it receives as much sunlight hours as possible to maintain battery health. Water flow data will now be transmitted from your flow sensor to your touchscreen receiver and on your smartphone. You will now be able to monitor water volume through the pipe and be notified of any abnormal water usage such as leaks. In addition to monitoring up to 12 water flow sensors, you can also monitor water tank levels on your farm. Add up to 12 water level sensors to your system to measure tank levels and monitor water availability. Gallagher's wireless water monitoring system allows you to monitor and measure water level and flow information to ensure you never run out of water.